Hey everyone, I'm ExitSign250 and welcome to the Boards Episode 1. Before we begin, I do want to give a few brief details on how this series will operate. First of all, both of these boards will have separate episodes, meaning this board will have its own episode and this board will have its own episode, or in shorter terms, both of these boards will not be featured in the same video. This episode is all about board number 1. To tell which board I will be doing in an episode, look at the thumbnail. If it says board number 1, it's this board. If it says board number 2, it's that board. But according to the thumbnail, it's board number 1, so we will be going over this board. Let me give a quick tour and we'll start. Welcome to board number 1. It consists of 2 systems, 2 panels, both by Firelight. One's addressable, the other's conventional. Also, both of these panels are linked in together, so if this panel activates, that panel will activate, and vice versa. We'll start off with a system on the left, the addressable one. This is a Firelight MS9200 UDLS addressable fire alarm panel. I got this panel and the addressable devices for it from Best Security Systems. Make sure to check them out and see all the products they have available. Although this panel is capable of handling 198 addressable initiating devices, I only have 5 installed. At point number 1, we have a Firelight BG12LX addressable fire alarm pull station. You can see there's a blinking LED inside of it. That basically means the panel and the pull station are communicating back and forth. This device and another addressable device will be the only things permanent on the board. To the left of the BG12LX, we have a conventional pull station spot. Currently in it is a Firelight BG8. But wait a minute, how am I using this conventional device on an addressable system? Well, that's where monitor modules come into effect. This module is a Firelight MDF300 dual point monitor module. What monitor modules do is monitor conventional devices and turn them into addressable. This particular module is a dual point module, meaning it can monitor 2 separate devices. Of course, the first device is this BG8 right here, but the second device is actually the MS5UD's relay. Moving on, we have 2 notification appliances. Both of these are System Sensor Spectral Advances. On the left is a P2W. It's a horn strobe and it's set to code 3 low volume. The strobe candela setting is on 15 candela. To the right is just a strobe. The model of this is SW and it's also set to 15 candela. Both of these strobes are in sync as well. Above these notification appliances on 90-degree bins, we have 2 smoke detectors. This one is a Firelight SD355 addressable smoke detector. It's the other permanent device on the system. And this one is photoelectric. Right beside of it is another conventional smoke detector spot. I could also put a ceiling mount notification appliance here as well. Installed is a System Sensor 2400 photoelectric smoke detector. And this monitor module monitors it. Let's move on to the MS5UD. This is a conventional panel and it has 5 zones. I also have all 5 zones used. In Zone 1, we have a Firelight BG10. In Zone 2, we have a PDI Firelight BG12. This one was made before Honeywell owned Firelight. For notification appliances, I have 2 System Sensor Spectral Classics. This is a strobe, and it's set to fixed 15 candela. That's a horn strobe. The model of that is P2475. It's set to fixed 75 candela. It's set to code 3 low volume, and both of these strobes are also synced. Above these is 2 smoke detector or heat detector spots. This is a System Sensor 2400TH smoke and heat detector, and that is a Chemitronics heat detector. I can also have a ceiling mount notification appliance on here as well. Beside the control panel, we have a Firelight AN80 annunciator. The buttons on this annunciator will control this panel, and the screen mimics the host panel screen. And finally, beside the panel, we have the Simplex key switch. The actual key switch is on the same zone as the 9200 UDLS, and the LED is set to March time when the system activates. If you are curious how AC power gets to these panels, it first comes from this wire mold that goes to an outlet to these switches. The ones on top control board number 1. The switch on the left controls the MS9200 UDLS. You can see now it's in power trouble. It's actually the only panels that have battery backup. And then this switch will control this panel. That's the full tour. Now, let's begin the activation. So, let's do it. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and silence. All right. There we go. And no audible silence for the advances, but audible silence for the classics. So you can see I have everything named. This says pull station BG12LX. Of course, that is the BG12LX right here. And then on this panel, it says MS9200 UDLS/test key. Of course, the test key is that. And of course, as well, the key switch is doing its signature march time LED pulse. And of course, the annunciator says the same thing. So let's go ahead and re-alarm with the BG10. Unfortunately, about re-alarms, it'll only activate the system it's wired to. It won't re-alarm the opposite system. So let's go ahead and pull the BG10. Here we go. We'll go ahead and silence with the annunciator. There we go. Still flashing. And now we will reset the pull stations and reset the systems. Okay. So since the MS9200 UDLS takes longer to reset, we will reset it first. And now reset the MS5ED. So while this is initializing, let's see what we should do next. I'm thinking we could activate the BG8 and then activate one of these smokes, or this smoke detector, the System Sensor 2400TH. Okay, so the MS9200UD has finished resetting, and of course this is ready to go. So we'll go ahead and pull the BG8. Actually, let's activate this, and then we'll activate the BG8. That's a little different. See, it says, well, it did say monitor NMS5ED, and the monitor module up here is activated. So now we will activate the second point that's connected to this module, which will say it's the pull station. So let's pull it. There we go, flashing, and we've activated the second point. So monitor MS5ED, and then we can either hit up or first event and pull station left. And these are still flashing away, and it says MS9200 UDLS/test key, and then we can, there it was, that is this smoke detector. And we'll just pull this for fun. Oh, that glares pretty bad. Okie dokie. Okay, something I did in these panels is I put Firelight keys on them so I don't have to always use my key ring, so I can do that. And I'll just do this. Yeah, I guess I'll have to fix these lights in the future because I don't like how it's a glare and kind of a shadow. Sorry about that. PDI BG12. And now we'll go ahead and reset. Actually, let's alarm it again with this, the addressable smoke. It's gonna take it a minute, but... Alright, let me try switching magnets because the one I used, sometimes it doesn't work. So let's try this other one that might work. Oops. There we go. There we go, SD355. Let's silence that. And I believe we can go ahead and reset. And we will reset from the annunciator, how about? There we go. And once these reset, we will smoke out this smoke detector with some smoke saber, which will trip this module, and then we'll do the heat detector. Okay, so both of the panels have reset, so now we'll activate the System Sensor 2400 with some smoke saber. Yes, this is almost empty, but don't worry, I actually got more of it the other day, so let's do it. This may take a little bit more than normal because I'm running out. There's not a whole lot, but let's see what happens. Yeah, that's a lot. Ooh, it smells like smoke saber now. There we go. And it activated this module right here. Oops, hit the camera. Okay, so silence and system, and it says the MS5ED went into alarm, which it did, and smoke conventional left, which is that. Okay, so I'll leave these silenced and hopefully this will air out, and now let's do the heat detector. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and activate the heat detector with the blow dryer, or hair dryer, or whatever. There we go. So the heat detector has activated, and we have activation. As you can see on the screens, it says 2-wire detector right. Right there, zone 4. Take these keys, open it up. There we go. So we'll let that cool down for a second. Okay, I think this smoke detector and the heat detector are normal again, so we'll go ahead and reset the systems. And we'll go ahead and reset. And then on this system, actually we'll do it from the panel. So go ahead and reset that as well. Alright. It's initializing and this is reset. So there you have it, everyone. That will wrap up the boards, episode 1 of board 1. Let me know what you guys think. Was this worth the wait or was it not? I hope it was worth the wait. I think it was. But there you have it. This is board number 1. That's the system. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.